Check and see if it's live real quick. Make sure. I'm a little over Osh.
Good.
All right, Shalom. For the GMS Virginia Israelites. All right, we got a guest from the Charlotte camp, the brother Yawal. We're going to do it like we always do. Come out here to prophesy the downfall of America. That's our calling, our high calling. So before we get started, we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Kodash. The one to our elder apostles at Great Millstone, the true teachers of the nation of Israel. Shalom to the hopeful elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, it's another pagan feast day, Lord willing, the last pagan feast day that these people call Christmas, which we know to be Saturnalia. All right, it has nothing to do with the Lord's birthday. All right, it has nothing to do with the scriptures at all. But the celebration is listed in the scriptures, so we're going to run off Jeremiah and then go through the spirit from there, man. So whoever got it, it's over.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, and verse 1. Hear ye the word which Yahweh speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen.
First and foremost, where do you hear the word from? All right? That's the misconception our people have. They think they hear the word from Jay-Z, Kanye West, all right? Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion. Because that's the idols of our people, all right? Entertainers. You look at Esau, they have nobility of people that's in the manufacturing world. You got this guy like Elon Musk. What's the guy with Amazon? Jeff Bezos. Esau has other nobilities, but our people, the nobility of our people is entertainers. A nigga that can put the ball in the hoop, LeBron James and rappers. That's the only nobility we have. They think the word comes from these niggas. Whatever they say, that's the way to go. The word comes from the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shema Shai, that's the prophets. The minute you look at it and say, these men can't be endowed with the truth. These can't be the holy oracles of the Lord. But contrary to popular belief, we are those men. All right? And we hope to be the hopeful elect. The men to be chosen to be redeemed off the face of this planet from the destruction that's coming. While majority of the whole earth is on a whole contrary spectrum. Get Romans, we should not conform. Because this whole world, they're in the house right now, eating Christmas cookies that Santa left last night. Right? Pajamas on. Right? But we decided to leave out of there. We decided to take ourselves out of the world. But first and foremost, the Lord called us out of the world. And we decided to hear the word from who? Our teachers, the elders. We decided to look at those men and say, okay, we believe that the Lord gave those men the word. So we're going to follow those men. But see, 2/3 of you niggas don't want to believe that the Lord gave us the word. Y'all look at us just as you're common, oh, you just a nigga like me. You from the ghetto like me. You work the same job I work. How can you be like unto me? But the scriptures tell us that even our Lord, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, was made like unto his brethren, and appeased him to be made like unto his brethren. He was from Nazareth. That's why when he told him, look, I'm the son of the Most High, he said, man, you Joseph's son, you the carpenter's son. You ain't nobody special. And why does the Lord do that? To test the humility of Jacob, all right? The sincerity of Jacob. Because he could have brought the prophets here in a glorified state. The Lord could have came back in a glorified state the first time. Then everybody would have bowed down. Oh my gosh, look at these men, these glorified men. But he brings his chosen ones in a low state to test you, to see where your heart really is, which really your heart is your mind. All right, people speak about this love concept, this whole romance shit, which goes back to Rome. Really love is what? The keepers of the commandments.
That's right.
Where do you learn the commandments? From the prophets. Where do you keep the commandments? In your mind. So that's your heart. You set your heart on things above, which is the spiritual kingdom to come. Right? Brother got that Romans?
I got it. This is Romans 12:2. I'll start at 1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High Yahweh.
And we making sacrifices right now, right? We want to be accepted. We want to be accepted by people, right? Not these niggas though.
Right.
We want to be accepted in the righteous world. So with that, we have to deny ourselves. We have to take comfort in denying ourselves the pleasures in this current age, which is eon and degree. All investment of everything that we want in the kingdom. We got to be satisfied with denying ourselves for Yahweh Shem Shai. Like we were speaking about in the last stream, hey, the Lord denied himself from all his pleasures, right? No home, no family, no woman, no riches. He was totally focused on the task that his father gave him. As he told his own mother, I'm about my father's business. And we got to tell our family that a lot of times. Hey, look, my father's business, big bro business come first. Yahweh Shai called me into this flock, all right? Go ahead on. So that's a sacrifice. That's part of making your body a living sacrifice. And even more when you come out here, where every brother has a testimony of being out on the highways and byways and some wild shit that fucking happened. Motherfucker that threaten you with it, threaten your life, try to fight you, all type of wild shit, man. All right, go ahead.
Which is your reasonable service, and be not conformed to.
Why is it your reasonable service? Because all of us deserve death according to the law. If the Lord was judging us by his law, we will all be dead right now. That's why the 2/3 are going to die, because he's going to judge them by the law, since they don't want to repent. It's all reasonable service to do this. So that's why when you catch hell, you know, you get ailments and all types of people. Like, hey, I deserve it. You know, I had a crazy ass toothache. Yeah, one of my goddamn, I'm gonna get checked up when my feelings fell out. I mean, it was strong. I said, man, I deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna goddamn bitch about it. You know, I'm gonna take the herbal remedies. You know, I put some clove oil on it, rubbed it on it, it went away. You know, but we go through shit. We ain't like the people in the world. We curse the Most High. Why would you put me through this? I don't deserve this type of life. I don't deserve this shit. Right? Our car may break down. We may lose our women, right? Friends in the world. You don't curse the Most High. That's what Job's wife tried to get him to do. Curse the Most High and die, Job. You know? Why would he do this to you? We deserve it. You know, hey, you think about all the sins you did when you was in the world, and we still go off now in the flesh. So we need new bodies. We need to totally be cleansed. So that's why we thank Yahweh Shem Shai that he gave us Yahweh Shai. Yahweh gave us Yahweh Shai so we can come back to him. And for you niggas that say we don't worship Yahweh Shai, you totally wicked, man. That's your only way back to the Father. Go ahead, Ork.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High Yahweh.
And what is good? What's the will of Yahweh Shem Shai? Well, first and foremost, the whole duty of man. The scriptures tell us what the whole duty of man is. It's to serve Yahweh Shem Shai. Now, does he look highly upon you serving these things, especially in this time when he done showed you he about to bring the judgment? You don't even, like the brother was speaking for the camera, they don't even feel like Christmas. That folly, jolly spirit that used to be in the world is totally gone, man. You know, hey, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red, ain't nobody playing that shit. You know, except for you zombies that want to hold tight to this world. That's right before your face is deteriorating. All right, the financial system is deteriorating. Your food is about to be gone. All right, and then they coming down with these mandates. Boston, you can't go in in facilities without the potion. Chicago, you can't go into facilities without the potion. January 5th, New York is voting on this bill to where they can just detain people who they deem got the C1 now. You got the Omarion variant, we locking you up. These are the times that we're in. We're redeeming the times for the days of evil, like the scriptures say. You know?
Oh, so like, you want to keep going on verse?
Yeah, read that verse again.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
That goes back to hearing the word. Once you hear the word, you're transformed. You renew your mind. But first and foremost, where do you hear the word? The prophets. You got to come out here and listen, man, while you still can. All right? Because once the Lord causes our tongue to cleave to the roof of our mouths, like the book of Ezekiel say, it ain't going to be no more mercy out here for you niggas. All right? And every brother in this truth that got a testimony where they done reached out to their friends in the world, their family members say, hey, yo, let me tell you about, you know, who we really are. That hand has been extended, you know? Like we always say, hey, family members that actually have a brother that's in this faith could actually be part of your elect. You don't even know how good you got. You had a prophet in your own household that you pushed away. You could have had a memo with the 144 in your household and pushed it away. So can you really say I'm worthy of salvation if you did some shit like that? Because the first step is recognizing we ain't shit. Once we realize we ain't shit and we need salvation, we say, look, we're going to be humble and listen to these elders, listen to these teachers, listen to how we supposed to be real men, be in order, be humble, learn shit we didn't learn in the world. Everything was about pride and ego and what we want, fulfilling our lusts, right? Forget about the betterment of our people. What do I want? I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to attain that. Rob a nigga, lie to a nigga. Hey, a lot of niggas murder niggas, man. Right? Just to attain what they want. But in this truth, you realize, man, I gotta deny myself of pleasures for the betterment of not just me, but for my people. We love our people, but we don't want them in this state. We like Ezekiel, we looking at dry bones like, what are these? Nigga woman got pink braids in her head. Only woman on the face of the planet want to wear somebody else's head. Right? Butt and lips. You got a big butt, and then you want to get another weird, bigger butt that causes ailments in the body. The men are totally gone. Just hang it up. They've become women worshippers. All right? And the scriptures tell you how much of a stronghold women have on men. And that's why today you can go to the average woman's Instagram DM and you'll see 100 niggas in the comment. Good morning, queen. Good morning, goddess. Good night, queen. And that nigga will wait 10 years. He'll be in the friend zone 10 years. As if he can just get a taste of that cookie. And there's too many men like that. Instead of focusing on their purpose, which is to serve the Lord. That was Adam's purpose when he was putting Eve, Idon, in the Hebrew paradise. It wasn't to follow after Eve. But what happened when he fell off, followed after Eve? This. Now we're in corruptible flesh. Now you'll be lucky if you get to live 70 years old. You know? That's what happens when you don't follow your purpose, your true purpose. And you women, you ain't following your true purpose, which is to serve your man. So what you think your end gonna be? Death. That's why the scriptures talk about the vengeance shall fail, daughters of Zion. That is the end result of going against Yahweh Shah. Because when Moses, when he came down with the first covenant, the commandments, he said, look, I set before you this day life and death. Choose ye this day life. More than our people choose death. So when you see the murder rate going up in your city, the diseases going up, your family taking the potion in CVS, they chose death. But we're choosing life though. So if we continue in this stead, our end will be life. It'll be immortality. Lord willing, we hold fast to our crown and let no man take it away from us. Let nothing take it away. Don't let yourself take away your crown, because yourself is your biggest enemy. The condition of the battle, the Apocrypha speaks about the condition of the battle, right? Man overcoming this world. If you can't overcome yourself, you're gonna fail, man. And it's only gonna get harder because the devil, he's gonna lay more and more pressure on the people out here. That's why you had the Blavio talking about, look, we can get these people to take any of this shit if we keep taking away their means of providing for themselves, right? Brothers are already losing jobs, man. Got to leave job, right? We just got word of brother in Trinidad, they just murdered him in the hospital. He put a seat in there. So we tell them brothers, hey, stay away from the damn hospitals at all costs, especially now. And make sure you do your herbs, make sure you pray, and you being soul spinning using wisdom. This ain't the time to be in La La Land. I know what the fuck going on. You know?
Now we always talk about how these people are used to being comfortable, right? I just left my people's house. I went to take a shower. I went to take a shower. I come outside. Grandmother out there with a box full of Crown Royale tests. A box of them. And looked at me like, don't you want to see if you got it? I said, I'm good. I feel perfectly fine. Her and another family member are so comfortable with it. They're gearing up to just take it, just to take it. You know what I mean? And that's the comfortability of that this place is going to. It's going to be so comfortable for people to just want to take a test. You know, not knowing that, you know, we don't know what's on the end of them Q-tips. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if that's messing with your, you know, with your mind, with your brain, or anything. You know what I mean? You know, I just wanted to bring that out. These people are. This is going to become a regular word. testing is regular. It's comfortable, you know. So now you know once you start getting comfortable with taking that, ain't no telling what you're gonna do. What's coming after that? The MOTB, you know.
And that's why he's doing that, because that's irritating. Even with these ball players getting tested every goddamn day, that shit is irritating.
Right.
So going into what we're reading, the conformity, since these people are conformed to the world, now they want to do whatever it takes to keep this world. So if you're telling them I got to keep getting harassed with a potion or
Right.
a test, just give me the M to the B, so I can get it over with and be at peace. Just give me the metaverse, give me the M to the B, and leave me in peace. Right? Whatever will give them comfort. And the devil knows that. Hey, what's that analogy with the frog and the boiling pot? And you keep turning it up, increasing it, before you know it, he don't realize his ass is boiling till he dies. That's this world. He's totally cranky. And we about to enter 2022, and we already know how the new year kicks off every time. You know what I'm saying? You just had a Navy ship get docked because they said the crew was infested with the C-19.
Damn.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that. Yep.
That's crazy.
Shit is about to go haywire out here. But see, we in the right mind state, Arthur. Because if we the only people doing this right now, then we need good sex when you have much shit. If he's looking at these people over a Babylonian penis, right? And he sees us out here teaching the word, then we know we on the right path. And we gotta stay on that path, because as we continue to walk, you're gonna have darts getting thrown at you, hawks getting thrown at you, more scoffers coming, right? Talking shit, more demons. I'm pretty sure brothers feel it, but our demons are fucking increasing the spirit. You know? It's like you got like you were saying a couple of nights ago, them prayers in the Hebrew, you gotta start throwing them prayers in the Lashon Kadosh, because it's more powerful. You know? If brothers don't know the prayer, hey, brother Zaquan Monaghan and it's a couple other brothers too that put a edifying videos spoken of in the paleo, man. Write them things down, you know, recite them over and over till you start to remember, you know, as best as you can. Because we in them times often, we got to get back to our heritage. You know, it was times when we would literally be on the ground, on the dirt, ripping our garment, throwing the dirt over our head because our people was desolate. We got to get back to them times when we feel like, yo, we through. You know, we need salvation. Be fervent in that, man. That's why the scriptures speak about pray without ceasing. Because the days are evil and they about to get worse out here, man. Look at what's going on. People are losing their jobs over a potion that doesn't even have a commercial. It don't even have one commercial telling you the side effects, man. And people are losing their job off of this shit. Families are being broken up. All type of divisions are going on, man. So what times are we in? Russia ain't backing down. They met with NATO this week, and they still set on what they want. So that lets us know what time we're in, because the Lord told us about the rumors of wars increasing. Everything is on the table. The dominoes are stacked, ready to fall, man. We right here. This is what we've been waiting for. Brothers been waiting for years to see the things that we're finally seeing, man. Where we at? Yeah, finish that on real quick. Then we go back to Jeremiah.
By the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High Yahweh.
You want to add on something on that? No. Okay, go ahead. Go back to Jeremiah.
Come. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, and continuing with verse 2. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain.
Customs of the people are vain. Now you gonna continue to try to continue this mirth, but it's in vanity. Because whether you want it or not, the destruction is coming. Jacob's trouble is coming. It's gonna be a day where ain't no trees gonna be put up. Ain't no more Thanksgiving. Ain't no more trick or treat. Right? These stores are gonna be totally like this. It's desolate right now. It's empty because everybody in mirth. It's gonna be like this during Jacob's trouble. So all the glass is gonna be broken, right? Screams are gonna be heard. These are the times that we're in, man. Go ahead. Shalom.
Shalom, man. I just came to see the brothers, man. It's always good to see brothers, man.
All right. You been listening for a while?
Oh, man, I've been, y'all got a podcast or something that y'all be on?
We got a channel. We're GMS, so we got a channel.
GMF?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You listen to the camps and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, man. I came up with UPK, but, I deal with all the brothers, man. We all brothers under Christ, man.
Okay, well. You right. I mean, the whole thing with the Christ, though, we don't use Christ. We know where you come from when you say it, but the reason why we don't use Christ is because the whole thing that's attached to it.
Oh, y'all just do the Old Testament?
Well, we speak in the Hebrew. We say the Lord's name.
Oh,
in Hebrew.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat.
Yeah, that's the only way you say it. So it's no need to say Christ because we know that attachment that it has on our people.
God.
But I know where you're coming from.
God.
So
hey, I should know. I'm with brothers, man. I should say Hamashiach. Hamashiach.
And you say you know it's a Shabbat, so how you know it's a Shabbat?
Shabbat?
Because you know certain camps teach different Sabbaths.
Oh, well, we...
you go by the new moon?
No, I go by Shabbat day, the seventh day of the calendar,
So what's the seventh day of the scriptures?
I mean, for me, if you counting from Monday, Monday would be from Monday to now. That's the seventh day.
Yeah, but see, you can't do that. You wanna know why?
Okay, tell me why.
Pull up the brother, go to Google, pull up the Gregorian calendar, because this calendar that we're under was set up by Rome.
Okay.
It was changed from the.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for one, those days ain't even in the scriptures.
Yeah, no.
So we can't count by the seventh day.
Yeah, because
what we do is we count from the new moon. It's crazy though. It is the Shabbat, but not because you counted from the seventh day. That's why I asked.
God, give it to me.
Yeah,
lace me up.
You got it. Good.
It says the Gregorian calendar is the calendar used in most of the world. It was introduced in October 1582 by Pope Gregory the 8th. That's a modification of the Julian calendar.
Yeah. So first it was the Julian calendar, right? Then they changed it to the Gregorian calendar. Both of these calendars were set up by Iblis. So we're not even going by the Lord's calendar. So we can't count how we did back in the ancient time. We were totally off. So how do we? But the Lord gave us a way, no matter what calendar we're in, to still be able to know which Sabbath we is. So what is the way we do it? He gave us a clock. That's why you have the crescent moon, the full moon. It's a clock. It changes.
I used to work with you. I didn't know you was one of my brothers, man. I didn't know you was my Akyam. I worked with you at HRT.
Yeah, I was like, dang.
Shalom.
I was like, dang, that's the dang.
I didn't know he was one of my Akyam.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
See, that's the spirit. You got Psalms 83.
That is, yeah.
Brother, get Psalms 83.
This is Sirach 43 and 6. It says he made the moon also to serve in her season, for the declaration of times and the sign of the world. So the moon gives us, we call it the moon basically.
That's the declaration of time. That's our clock. That's why it has phases. You got that Psalms 83. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy
83 and 3.
Yeah. I think it's 180.
Is it 81 or 80?
It might be
81 and 3.
81 and 3.
Come, I got it.
Yeah. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
In the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon on our solemn feast day. At the Sabbath is a feast day. It's a high holy day. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
For this was a statute for Yasha, Israel, Slaku, and the law of the Most High of Jacob.
Go ahead, man, break it out.
This he ordained in Joseph for a testimony when he went out through the land of Egypt.
That's the point on that. Now, when the new moon comes in, you see the new moon, boom, that's the new Sabbath. So then you count 7 days from there. And that'll be the Sabbath again. And that'll be the Sabbath again until the next new moon comes in. That's the Sabbath. So you good on everything. You got the names.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, y'all, listen. I always like to stop and when I see the brothers out here, the Akyam, you know what I'm saying? I like to stop and build with them, no matter what camp.
We out here every Saturday.
Yeah, so you got the trials up there, and y'all out here, teaching the.
So I got another question for you. What's the market beast? Now the reason I ask you this is because that's very instrumental in the times that we're in. That's a life and death situation.
Well,
because the scriptures speak about if you take that mark, you're gonna get the judgment of the Lord. So what do you believe the mark is?
From what I understand, from the scripture of what I read, when I read it in Revelation, it said it would have 3 6s, in the head, so I mean, as far as I understand, that's it. You know, the numbers of 3 6s. I mean, I understand.
Let's get the
Taking the mark of the beast is a whole different, you know, you siding with the enemy as far as you know, as far as I understand, siding with the beast.
Yeah, brother. Let's pull up
13?
let's pull up the etymology of Quran. Let's pull that up.
Somebody, you want me to get? I got it in the scripture. Somebody pull out the actual.
Yeah. But you can read it in the scriptures too.
Okay.
Because it's an actual, the enemy, which is Esau, evil, the devil, the so-called white man. This is his mark. Right? We under his system right now. So what's going on right now? What is he requiring everybody to do right now?
Oh, the vaccination.
There you go. That's a lead up to his actual mark. All right? Let's read.
This is Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him.
What's the first beast? Ancient Rome. All right? Now when you go back into ancient Rome, they used to prick people too. Right? They used to mark people.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Keep going.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
That goes back to the Renaissance era. They revived everything from ancient Rome. That's why they had a thing called iconoclasm, whitewashing all our images that the Moors had painted. All right? So they caused people to worship. What's that?
Central worship.
They caused people to worship that image.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
How does he make fire come down from heaven? His bombs. He can throw bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Right? That had people like, oh shit, Russia backed off. All these countries backed off for a time. You're seeing them ramp back up now. And when America first became that military power, these countries see them dropping bombs. They're like, oh, who else can combat this? That was a miracle. All right? Keep reading.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Go ahead.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had a wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Now, what's his image? Well, it's a lot of things actually, but the main image is Christianity, Catholicism, his financial system. People worship that money. His military system. People worship his military. People don't think America's gonna be destroyed. NATO, all right? His religious structure. The scriptures in Revelation speak about 3 unclean frogs. That's his monetary system, his religious system, and his military system. That's how he's conquered the whole earth. Right? So that's part of the image. Get ready.
And he causeth all, both small and great.
Keyword all. Everybody on this damn earth gonna have to do this, just like the potion.
Yeah.
Everybody got to do it. You go to India, they got a mask on, got to take it. You go to Korea, mask on, got to take it. Go ahead.
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond.
Rich and poor. Why does it state rich and poor? That lets us know it deals with money. It wouldn't say rich or poor. So whether you got money, whether you don't got money, you got to take this. Go ahead.
Rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
Free and bond. Why does it say free and bond? No matter if you're out roaming free, no matter if you locked up, you got to know where you at. So now it's dealing with money, financial stuff, and it's dealing with tracking. Right? Go ahead. Read that verse again.
Yeah. To receive a mark in their right hand. I'll start at 16 again. Slap. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Now let's get the word mark. Where we got to put it.
Transliteration, charagma. Number 1, a stamp, an imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, a thing carved, a sculpture, graven work, idolatrous image.
A thing carved, right? Something carved. You got to get a little corrupt.
Karox. A
This is
pale,
Greek. That's why you gotta look at these words in
Okay.
Greek.
Okay.
Go ahead.
a pale or stake,
A stake. Go ahead.
a palisade,
So when you stick something in somebody, so he's gonna use that needle to stick something in your right hand. Keep going.
a palisade or a rampart, pales between the earth, stone, trees, and timbers are heaped. That was your point.
Yeah. Now read. Drop down where it gives the number because you said something about the
Yeah, I
66.
got it.
I want to break that down for
Okay.
It's only 2 more verses.
you. Yeah.
I'm not going straight through verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark or the name of the beast.
Buy or sell. You got to buy or sell with this thing. Remember I said rich and poor. Now what's the big thing that's popping up now? The new cool thing for people to invest in.
Oh, the Bitcoin and all
Crypto.
that. Yeah, cryptocurrency.
That's a
yeah.
trap.
God.
That's a trap. Everything's being digitized. All right, they want to put this thing on a device and put it in you
Okay.
to track you, to track your payments, to track where you going,
Absolutely.
to have total control of your soul. That's
Yeah.
his mark. So if you take his mark, you can't be delivered from the Lord. But let's get that through school.
Yeah. Or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his
It's
number
the number
is
of a man, so that lets us know it's a man on earth doing these things. What does the scriptures tell us? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Okay.
Where and who is he?
Okay.
Go ahead.
For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Now, when you go into that 666, it's shy, sty, sticky. All right, the Greek way of saying that, which goes into sticking again. All right. So it's all about this man imprinting, sticking a palisade, a stake, his mark inside you. All right, so that's why we believe it's the actual CHIP. All right, we ain't gonna say because they like to take our stuff down.
Okay.
But this device here that they're gonna put into you after they already get people accustomed to taking stuff is potion. So that's the more. The only reason I wanted to get clarification with that for you because if you do take that, then you can't receive the mark of exemption. You can start war in the Hebrew because the Lord has a mark too. He gonna put on his elect. But if you take this man's mark, then you basically because when you go into our heritage, what did the slave do if he wanted to stay his master's slave? He would put an all in his earring.
Yeah.
He would say, I want to stay my service master.
Yeah.
So basically, you telling the Lord, I want to stay under Esau's system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I got it. Oh, sorry.
yeah, and of course I got, what happens if you take the mark. I'm gonna get it. This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 2. Let's get straight to the point. And it says, and the first went out, poured out his veil upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon men which had the mark of the beast.
Yeah, if you take this mark, you're also going to get a sword, which when you go into that, it's actually going to be like a cancer, sword that you get. From taking this man's shit. Because you put technology in your body. You're just going to go haywire. Just like his computers get viruses. He sends shuttles off to space, they blow up in the atmosphere. So you're going to put this man's just like Elon Musk. What did Elon Musk come out and say? Beginning 2022, they're going to be putting brain CHIPs in people's heads. So they let you know what they're trying to bring. Sweden, what did Sweden just come out and say? You can now put your C19 passport on a CHIP. So if you take the potion in Sweden, you can now put it on your CHIP on your skin. So you don't have to have proof on paper anymore. Now it's ink. So it's here. That's the mark. That's what we're moving fast towards.
A little bit ago. And then we read it again. And it says, and the first went and poured out his veil upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. That was pretty much straight to the point.
That's it. And people worship the image. That's why they taking his potion like that. They love America. They love his religion. They love the money. They love the blue notes. Jake love it, man.
Well, I'm gonna go eat dinner with my rib, man. It's good to see you.
All right, man.
Y'all about Shim, y'all shop Rakatha. Shalom.
Yeah.
Shalom.
All right.
Kwame Yashal.
I was going to add on. You talk about the grievous sword. Even with this jump shot that people are taking right now, you're having bad effects, adverse effects now.
Yeah.
So imagine what happens when he put the M to the O to the, People be bugging out, man.
So also, like I said before, with that, let's say with that mark and also C19 both together.
Yeah.
And just imagine somebody that got boosted up multiple times. Oh man, like I said,
Right. It's a lot of you got all these sports figures. They not telling you why they really down. You got the one basketball player that said they had to sit him down because he had blood clots all in his lungs and stuff. Right after he took the jump shot. You know what I'm saying? So this thing about to get rough for these people out. I mean, it's gonna be rough for us. Don't get me wrong, but watch how these bodies gonna drop. Straight up.
So in Revelation 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation which be coming up on you. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You go into that word try, it says, that word try. It says a trial, but the base word is through the idea of piercing. So it's going to be something that's injected into your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, just to back the brother up, because like I said, those times where, like I said, you know, our jobs or situations, like I said, like I said, try us in those times, man. You know, to the point where say, like I said, your own family members, like I said, might try to convince you, peer pressure you, the people in the world, or your job, or you know, like be on national TV, you know, whatever. Like I said, just causing division to a point. Hey, like I said, hey, we might be vagabonds, man. How you say? Because what? We can't stay in the houses forever. You know, so hey, there's a point where, like I said, Lord willing, like to be the Lord and shit. Like I said, man, we have to move up out of our house, man. You know, we have to go wander, man. You know.
Well, the correct word is pilgrims.
Yeah.
The scriptures tell us that we're pilgrims in this captivity. So whatever situation happens, it don't concern us. All right, nigga get shot down in the hood, that don't concern us. Everybody taking the potion, that don't concern us. We're pilgrims. We watch this world deteriorate and fall right before our eyes. And we continue in what we've been given. This truth, which is a gift, which guys take for granted, man. The Lord didn't have to give that. Damn. Gotta go to train. I ain't even mad at that though, man. You know, as long as you shoot shit trained. But yeah, hey, a lot of guys take this for granted. You know? The Lord didn't have to give you this. The Lord didn't have to wake you up. He could have left you thinking you was black. Or like Jesse Jackass said, African American. Right? He could have left you thinking that. What is your nationality, man? Kemet ain't telling you it. Islam not telling you it. Moor's not telling you it, because all the Moor means is just black. No. That's not telling you your nationality. All right, and for all you Christians out there, the Lord said he created nations, and they all have a nationality. So what nation do you belong to? Oh, it don't matter? Then why did the Lord create nations? So you telling the Lord he created nations for no reason. He gave them names for no reason. He made Moab and Ammon for no reason. Japheth, Ishmael, Elam, Esau, who he hated, he made for no reason.
God, just to back you up. Like I said, even Esau tell you what nation you are. Because what? It's what? Every time what? You fill out an application, like I said, they ask you, what is your nationality? So-called black. You know, I'm talking about just your quote-unquote nationality on a piece of paper.
Which that's witchcraft. That's why a brother should be putting other.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
I got the definition of Adam Online, a pilgrim. It says a person traveling to a holy place as a penance or to discharge some vow or religious obligation or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit.
So
yeah, so that's exactly what we are. We're pilgrims, man. You know, we want the holy place. We want the kingdom of Yasha'Allah, you know. And I mean, this is more than a religion, you know what I mean? But these people out here would call it a religion, you know what I mean? Because we stuck in pleasing the Lord, you know what I mean? Doing what we're supposed to do. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, so we can seek that holy place, you know, so we can obtain the holy place. That's right.
Because where are we storing our riches?
Right.
Hey, we got spiritual bank accounts, man. Brothers been racking up, racks on racks, baby. That's all I think about. How much more? How can I put more in my spiritual bank account, man? Every day, we're being brotherly, giving charity.
Right.
You know, if a brother needs something, if you got it, make sure you give to the brother. Right. When you got dudes coming to truth, oh, I don't like that brother, so I ain't gonna do shit. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. You don't know if he part of your land. You know, if brother need a ride somewhere, you take it. You got a car, you take it. You know what I'm saying? If a brother's sick and he ain't got no way to get the herbs, you find a way to get the herbs for him if you able. You know? That's how you store your riches in heaven. All right? Because the scriptures tell you we had to, first and foremost, we had to save our own souls. That's the first thing. All right? And how do you do that? By doing what the Lord told you to do.
That's right.
You know, like you said before, it's what arms and charity. Like I said, even the scripture talks about, like I said, you give your brothers arms and charity. Like I said, thou shalt be rewarded.
It says charity cover a multitude of sins. You know, because the Lord looks highly above that. You know, it's the things I did for guys that ain't even in the truth with them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like, damn, I shouldn't do that for that nigga. The right mindset, well, he was a brother when he was in the camp, though. And that's how you conduct yourself in this faith. As long as a brother standing beside you in this war, you treat him like family, man. Whether you get along and every guy, oh, he don't like the music I like. We don't like the same kind of man. Oh, I don't like his vibe. What the hell that got to do with it? The Lord called us from all different type of environments, all different type of worlds. Some of us was in the gaming world, some of us was in the sports world, some of us was gangsters in the world, thugs, right? All type of lifestyles. But the Lord called us together to meet up as one for what? Because let me see if you can get along with this guy, right? You say you love me, but he's your Charlotte too. You see if you can do the work with him. If it would have been easy if you would have called your best friend Ray that you went to school with your whole life, grew up in the neighborhood with, it would have been too easy. Right? Come on, well, we out. That would have been way too goddamn easy. You know? But can you deal with these different personalities? Right? These different brothers. Like some of them older, some of them younger. You know? That's part of the battle too. And it brings growth. It makes you into a better leader. It makes you into a better follower. You know, we're all followers and we're all leaders in our own right, man. This is very beautiful what the Lord has called us into, because don't forget, he's going to make us into kings and gods. You got to be able to be worthy of that inheritance, man. You know?
Hebrews, like real quick, Hebrews 13:1 says, let brothers love continue.
Yep.
So, you know, yes, we're doing this all for the kingdom, and we all believe in the Lord and his only begotten Son. We also got to remember to show your brothers love. And when I say your brother, I'm talking about men that's on them highways and byways with you, doing the same thing as you know? You can't forget that. Regardless of how your personal feelings, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's wrong with our people anyway. They too busy in their feelings, you know? This ain't about how we feel, man. I don't care if you like the brother or not. If he's out there and he's sincere, you know, pure with it, show that brother love, man.
Yeah, there's no way to really know anyways whether a brother's sincere or not until it's made manifest. Because we don't know who the elect is, so you have to treat every brother like he is part of the elect.
That's right.
Because if you harm one of the elect, the Lord already told you what's gonna happen to your ass.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you should tread lightly around brothers, man. From the least of the camp to the top of the camp. You know? Hey, the Lord himself washed his disciples' feet, man. And they was looking like, what? They probably didn't even, they're like, no, you know. But hey, he said, nah, come here, you know. That was for them to learn, like, oh, okay, this type of love we was having, you know, by all means. And after the Lord departed to go sit on the right hand of the Father and do whatever he's doing, you know, up there, hey, they went harder. They went hard in the name of Yahweh Shah, man. Paul said, crucify me upside down. I ain't worried about crucify, you know what I'm saying? They went preaching fervently, you know, saving brothers' souls. And Lord willing, we those men that they went out to help save, you know? And some of those 12 apostles are back here, you know, right now. And a lot of you niggas been talking shit about them too. You don't know who Apostle Tahar is. You don't know who Apostle Rambam is. You don't know who Apostle Gabar is. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, ain't no way in hell you could be in this wicked world 30 plus years and do this truth without some heavy spirit being endowed upon you, man. Just 10 years in this thing make you go mad. Shoot, brothers that just came in, they be dealing with shit. Almost 40 years in it, you gotta have something heavy dealing with you, man. And a lot of you men done cursed those men. So let's see if you stand in that day.
Quick precept.
Go ahead, oh.
This is Matthew 12 and 36. This is red letters from the Lord speaking. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Yeah, you gotta learn to bridle your tongue in this truth. All right, even in the world. Right, a lot of times in the world we used to lash out at things quickly, but in the truth you use patience and wisdom. You something like, I ain't gotta lash out at this one. And that's another thing about the truth. It brings us comfort. When I catch hell at the job, I be like, man, fuck this shit. It ain't even that big of a deal. You know? But other people, they don't have no hope in anything else. This world is everything they have. So they get a little bit of stress, they lash out. Fuck this, I ain't doing it. Fuck. With us, we know there's a kingdom coming. We know there's more serious problems coming, such as Jacob's trouble. So you may catch a little hell in your life, but you don't let it stress you out to the point you cursing everybody out. You on the road rage. Bitch, let me the fuck over. You know, that's these people in the world. They don't have no hope in anything else. So they just spaz out at the drop of a dime. And a lot of times that leads to their death. Because the scriptures speak about the hastiness of a man, how it can lead to his demise. A lot of guys will just do some shit and they end up getting shot. Like that video, I was telling you about that video talking about the dude was beating on the dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Then I told you I ain't the one. Blah, 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 blah.
Got up.
And then as soon as he got up, dude had a gun in his coat and killed the dude.
That was his last stop.
You know? No wisdom. You can't just jump out on people nowadays, man. This ain't the ancient times when men used to fight with actual swords and the strongest and most skilled man would win fights. You can be a dude with a pocketbook. You got dudes that's 5'5", 90 pounds with a pocketbook, pulling the gun out of the pocketbook, spraying.
Designer purses.
These little Uzi Vert niggas.
With the blicky and
You know what I'm
designer
saying?
purse.
It was a video, dude bumped into dude, and he said, "Oh shit, my fault, bro." Pulled it out the man purse and shot him. You know? So this society ain't about being no man. And who built the sword? This gun. E, the biggest coward on the fucking earth. That's why when he go to war, what he do? Drop drone strikes. He don't get on the ground and mess with them dudes like that, man. He's a bitch, and he always been like that. He got you go back to Rome, they had something called legions. They had to be amassed in numbers. But the Maccabean brothers was tearing y'all ass up.
Warfare.
And they was way less in number. But they was using wise tactics to the point you had to bring damn near your whole army to defeat them. Right? Elephants and shit.
That's what I'm saying. You know, certain wars, a lot of them, they want to get off their horse. They be stabbing you from up high on the horse and stuff. They want to get personal. You know what I mean? Long sword, stab you and keep it pushing. You know?
See, that's why they got to talk smooth words to you.
Right.
You know, to butter you down.
Because if they come with an aggressive spirit, you already know what time it is.
Yeah, right. And you ready for it.
Right.
Being a man anyway, but that's why they got to talk down to you. Well, not talk down to you, but that's why they got to come with that mellow spirit. You know what I'm saying? To get you off guard.
Oh yeah, that's that serpent. Hey, that's how serpent came to Eve. And our people don't understand that shit. The devil ain't gonna come to you as the devil. He gonna come to you like that. The Shemite. Emily. And Emily is the result of many niggas being lynched. When I found out Emmett Till's father got lynched for being accused of raping an Italian woman while he was fighting in World War II, I was like, yo, this was just a common trend. They would just lie on Jake. He raping. It was a fun thing to do. Because you see these Edomite women, you think, oh, they so precious, Cinderella, Snow White. But they just as demonic as the man. Right. They showed you that in, what was that, 12 Years a Slave? When the chick, she was the head, she was the best at picking the cotton and shit. So she was the favorite slave. And he had a thing for her, so he was fucking her. So the wife was jealous. So she went out to go get soap. She was being punished by the wife. And she was like, I stink so bad, I need some soap. So I left the plantation just go get some soap. Yeah, and the wife was like, beat her. You know? And that's one of the worst whooping scenes I've ever seen in any movie. But that ain't got nothing on what really happened.
Right.
What's that picture with the guy, he's sitting there and his back all fucking marked up. God damn. And that's wounds that heal. So imagine when it was open.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That old picture. I mean, it looked like keloids. You got whipped so bad. You know what keloid look like? Stuff bubble up. Like when you ever see somebody get cut in the face, like a jail cut, it bubbles up. A keloid's his whole back.
That's wounds that heal. So imagine how it looked when it was open. The devil was gonna lot to fucking pay for. That's why the Lord says, look, I was displeased with my people, but you went overboard.
Right.
You took our slavery way over making the sons have sex with their mothers. That's where the word motherfucker come from. You put a paper bag over the son and the mother, and the breed, see what the baby will come out. You had a son have sex with the mother. You take the biggest slave and fuck him in front of his family and all the rest of the slaves, then call the rest of the slave masters if they want to turn.
Yeah. Well, Buck was heavy in Jamaica, man, where Benjamin dwelled at.
Over in the islands, they women used to come over. Slave masters used to have their friends over. They used to like the women's breasts, open up her breasts, and chop them off, give it to them.
See, but the same thing's gonna see if Esau's gonna be the low, his women are gonna be the lowest. And what's coming to man.
Yeah, the only it make you mad, but that's the spirit of fear. Because the Lord madder than us. But the only Edomite woman that's gonna look like something is the Edomite concubines. But you best believe we're gonna have Edomite concubines. Ain't no way in hell you was able to touch her when you can't. You'll fucking get the hell out of here. So the only ones that's gonna smell like anything look like are the Edomite concubines. And we want you to look at our concubines in that day and see what the fuck happened to you, man. You know? Any Edomite outside of that is gonna be through. Hairy, smelly, sweaty, dried up, bloody. I tell brothers all the time, you come to my plant, you gonna see some weird shit. One eyeball.
Hey, y'all think they smell like wet dogs now?
Tell you. You know what I'm saying?
But if I may, how you said, this devil is not going to come to you with harshness. He's going to come to you pleasantly. Look at how they're in the jump shot. They're acting like it's the thing to do now. You know what I mean? You know, but that ultimately is going to lead to your demise, because if you take the jump shot, you're going to take the M to the O. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do it, yo. You know, this guy is not your friend. But our people, that's insanity to keep thinking that sooner or later this devil is going to actually show love to us. When has he ever showed love to us? Never. You can never think of one time he showed love. Oh, because he gave you a punk ass $800, a little check, whatever, you know what I mean, stimmy check. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he showed it. See, the horns are poking up. What Brand is saying? President Brand. Oh, we're taking away, we're doing away with the student loan.
Yeah.
After you promised that you was gonna help these niggas in school.
That was part of his campaign.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't that part of we're gonna do away with this? But now look, he got so much backlash, he just pushed it back to March. Just to March.
And you already know by the time March come, ain't no telling what's gonna be the institute.
Right.
You know? This devil, but that's what our people get. Trusting and not oppressing. All right, the curses told you should go to your enemy for the one of all things, but you niggas fell in love with it. Right. You weren't supposed to fall in love with the nigga. And you women, this independent shit, you not fucking independent. You dependent upon this man's system. And if this man's system falls, you fall right along with it. And then you're gonna try to run back to the Israelite man. And guess what? He ain't gonna be there.
Baby, I was tripping. I'm sorry.
You know, you was independent. When Neo wrote that song, Miss Independent. Miss Independent.
Remember, I think it was Weber Boosie, INDEP. You know what that mean, man?
Hey, Boosie, Lord, kill that nigga.
She smell like onion.
He gonna cook, yo.
Boosie,
he's gonna fry.
Funny, yo. Boosie
through. Hey, but the Lord actually tortured that nigga, because then he got shot. What happened?
Leg.
Something happened, and then he got shot.
Oh, he had cancer, the liver.
Yeah, he getting tortured before the judgment.
And he almost had to get his leg amputated when he got shot. Yeah. And remember, right before that, what he said? He flipped the bird to the Most High, because he wanted to eat pork.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm sitting I just be meditating on. The Lord got something for him. When them nukes hit, he might be out there looking like a fried chicken strip. We ain't gonna something out there, man.
And these wicked niggas that done died, because I was listening to the Elder Pulses out there in Connecticut on my way here, and they was bringing up the fact, hey, you know the grave's gonna be open, and the wicked niggas that died, they gonna take part in the second death too. So they ain't gotta wait, because you got niggas that say, well, if I just die, I'm just born in the kingdom. No, nigga, you still gotta get the nukes. So all these wicked niggas that done died, they gonna resurrect.
Imagine Jake want to end it. He jump off a building and the Lord keep him alive.
Oh, man.
You know, he fucking.
Oh, hey, the scripture say, hey, you should seek death in those days and shall not find. So that's what happened. You gonna have people, they might have the gun at their head and
blow half their face off.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The shit don't work. Hey, that's some wild shit. You living with half face.
Yeah, that's
No, but can I get a quick scripture?
Yeah, and the brother gave Revelation 12 and 12.
That's the spirit. I'm gonna say this is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
And this devil, he's crazy. He's a mad man. All right? What kind of man, which more info is coming out, because the Lord speaks about the skirt being lifted. Matter of fact, brother, get that in, where's that at? Is it Isaiah? Yeah. The skirt is being lifted, and we've been finding out that forever chemicals, the whole thing with forever chemicals, how it's in everything, Teflon, all this shit, and it never leaves your body, all right? It's in your water. It's in the appliances you use, non-stick skillets and all this shit, you know? It's madness.
Yep.
This man has poisoned every fucking thing. Now imagine if one time you ate off that non-stick skillet. Okay, now you got forever chemicals in you that take 10 years to leave. Now imagine you eat up that non-stick skillet every fucking day of your life.
And how many of us have done it?
All of them. Right. The water bottle, you wash in the water. You take a hot bath, the pores open up, so all the chemicals that's in the
Bring it out.
it's all in your fucking pores. And you don't even know what this stuff causes. And you wonder why we have migraines and muscle spasms, muscle aches, tired some day, mood changes. The whole environment is corrupt. And the earth does not yield its strength to this man because he's cursed from the earth. All right? So everything is polluted.
Yeah.
So that's why we have GMO, every fucking thing. Everything's genetically modified.
Real quick, I took a break off the herbs. No, I ain't gonna say I took a break. I just didn't go to the store. You know what I mean? So I had read up on my herbs, man. Within 2 days of taking the herbs out, there's so much mucus and cold came out of my body. And I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling normal. But you don't know, it could be the chemtrails we breathing in, the bullshit we breathing in, the stuff we eating. So much cold came out of my body these last 2 days just from taking the herbs, man. This devil really has to go, because like we're fighting against everything. Just breathe it in the water, the food, like you said. You know, we don't know what the poison that's going in our body. You know, I wish y'all brothers could see, man. So much cold came out just from taking natural herbs and pushing it all out. You know,
Yeah, that mucus, that buildup.
and that's where sickness starts. Your stomach, your mucus. You know, you got to get rid of that stuff.
That's why this America, a lot of people are always sick. The diet is so heavy on meat. All right. You know, in the ancient days, meat was called the king's meat. It wasn't readily available to the average people. Here, you get hot dog, burger, you get whatever you want, 24/7, fast food. Just serve meat.
And of course, too,
It's not a balanced diet.
Yeah, of course. And also, like I said, Americans are lazy people. Like I said, they don't work out, do anything. You know, they work out for like what, maybe like what, 3 days, if not most week. After what, they stop. You know, they're not dedicated, they're not motivated.
And even if you do work out, if you ain't taking the right things, you will still be fucked up. Because you had a bodybuilder, he was cut up, big as shit. You think he was healthy. And the nigga was eating shrimp, crab, lobster, bullshit. And the nigga ended up in the hospital, had a stroke. You know? So, hey, everything is fucked up.
A lot of them bodybuilders got a terrible diet because they got to put so much bullshit in just to, you know, lift the weight.
And them supplements are bad for you. A lot of those supplements are bad for you too, man. They have a lot of side effects. They're not natural supplements. Look at the chemicals that's listed on them things, man.
Yeah.
I used to work at a gym, and they used to come in and open their gym bag and show me how much shit they be taking. Like, God damn. And they'll be big and cut. And I'm like, dude, you taking all this shit just to do that? So, you know,
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 1.
which a lot of the nutrients and supplements, like vitamin shop, it ain't supposed to be no vitamin shop. You're supposed to get your vitamins and supplements from the food you eat, but this man has taken away the supplements and nutrients out of the food, so you can't get the amount of protein for you guys that like to get big. You can't get the amount of protein you need from the food or supplements you need from the food because it's been taken out of the food. So you got to go to a fucking vitamin shop. Ain't gonna be no vitamin shop in the kingdom. The food is the vitamins, man. Men were way bigger back in the ancient times. They ain't need no goddamn GNC store. You think men was walking around with creatine and protein jugs? Gad was over here strong as hell. Eating real food. Go ahead, oh.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne.
Who's that virgin daughter? The whore that rideth upon the beast. America. All right? And Christmas is a prime example that this is Babylon all over again. All right? Go ahead.
O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones, grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, and pass over the rivers.
Yeah, you got a whore, right? She look good on the outside. You're like, damn, she's sexy as hell. She can't make it. You start peeling everything back. You're like, what the hell is this? Especially if you lay down with her and you end up with some type of disease. That's really what happened. You laid down with America and then you became up sick. Because she done dealt with every goddamn body. She's a harlot, right? Go ahead.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Thy shame shall be seen. All right, that's what we're learning about your Hollywood now. We're learning about this whole pedophilia thing, which you keep trying to cover up with all these other distractions. All right, we should be able to know everybody that went to Epstein Island, every fucking body, because we know we know all y'all are in the mix.
Yep.
Even the people that saying they're against Epstein went to the goddamn island, you know. But what did they cover it up with? We were speaking about it right before this pandemic happened, right? They was coming out with all this pedophilia shit, Pizzagate and all this shit. Then the pandemic happened. Then Bill Cosby popped up. Then R. Kelly had a whole month special with the nigger woman screaming at him. Still got nigger women coming out against him. This nigga is through and y'all still coming out against him. But here E can just drift up, push Jake in the front, drift off some goddamn with
Celebrities is coming out against R. Kelly. Celebrity women.
People still talking about O.J. Simpson every once in a while.
Yep.
Like, damn, man.
Yep.
But meanwhile, this devil has done the greatest atrocities on earth. And he put our face as his cushion, you know, just to get the mind off of him. No, you good, bro.
And then to add on top of that, he makes statues and holidays behind the torture of our people, you know? And he gets revered as a great, look at Cristobal Colon. How long it took for them to take that fucking day off. You know what I mean? He's done the worst things, the worst atrocities, and he was looked at as a hero in this damn crazy ass place we live in, you know? But as soon as Jake, the story don't even be all the way true, but he get accused of something, he gets demonized, you know? This man gotta go down, man.
That's why we got brothers like Malcolm bringing out the truth.
Huh? Yep.
You know, like as far as the books and you know, the history and stuff like that, outside the scriptures.
That's right.
It's Proverbs 7:27, talking about American Babylon the Great. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. So the ways and the philosophies of this place leads to death. You know?
It's word. It's word. Why is it? Because it's contrary to life. Everything, they don't uphold the ways in Yahweh Shah that lead to life. Right? They teach women you don't have to serve your man. Go be an adulterous slut. I was just watching a video on YouTube. The dude, he set up the record. He let his woman drive his car, and he felt suspicious, so he put a recording shit in his car. And he gets the recording, and he can hear her talking about how she fucking around with 2 other dudes. So he plays it for his mom and his pops, right? And he sets it up in the kitchen. She comes home with groceries and shit, and he starts playing the shit. He starts playing the shit. And she still trying to deny the shit. That's how wicked that evil woman is. She said, I didn't. She said, I didn't. She said, Mom and Dad. He was like, Mom and Father want to let y'all know I will never bring another bitch in here ever again. And if I do, she ain't gonna be this bitch. And she was like, well, I didn't fuck them. He said, bitch is on the fucking tape. That's what the scripture say, give not a wicked woman liberty to gather bride. But this is what the society teaches, man. Eat what you want. Why does the Lord say don't eat lobster and crab and all this shit? Just even if it was just because he said it, we wouldn't do it. Because he said don't do it. That's the main reason he said don't do it, so we ain't gonna do it. But it also harms you. Eating crocodile is not good for you.
I'll tell you why.
Eating certain animals just ain't good for you. You know? You have a dietary law for a reason. Even with the whole rape thing. Right? The rape law ain't instituted. So a lot of women are actually scarred from being raped when they were young. And you may look at that and say, well, y'all talking about her rapist. If she wasn't betrothed, she's supposed to become that man's husband. Well, that's a lot better than her running around free, all bugged the fuck out. Destroying herself on drugs. Why you think a lot of these women become prostitutes, drug addicts? Yeah, a lot of them porn stars, interviews, they'll tell you how much they went through in their life, their childhood. A lot of them be committing suicide too. You had this one recently, this porn star committed suicide, huh? You know? Because the society, man, it's not ran by the laws of Yahweh Shah. Because even in history, when you go through our history, a lot of rape captors actually fell in love with their rapes. You know? They grew in love with it. Because they seen him providing for her, taking care of her. And once you realize, hey, you ain't going no goddamn way, you thought we'd just get comfortable where you at. Now in the kingdom of heaven, we ain't gonna be running around raping our women, we ain't gonna have to. But that was a law that was instituted if it happened. You gotta know how to govern every situation. Murder. You gotta know how to govern murder. You gotta know how to govern murder. Esau don't govern murder, right? He'll lock a man up in a fucking hole his whole life, staring at a goddamn brick wall, a stone wall. That's inhumane. The Lord don't tell you to lock no man up in a hole his whole life. Oh, yeah, that's a cherry office. Shalom.
Look,
What's your shit about that?
it's toasted too.
Yep, it's a cherry. Yo, what was that?
Oh, you remember? You talking about Jay getting locked up?
Yeah, that's inhumane. You know, that's not how you govern murder. If a person murders somebody, you're supposed to put them to death on the spot. And it ain't no trial neither. You got a trial for all these months to get a verdict. We know this nigga murdered this nigga.
Got it on tape.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet you as a man.
Hey, the Lord ain't meeting you coming back here as a man. For these guys to say we ain't supposed to worship you, I'm sorry, man. I just told us he ain't come back as a man. He come back as your God, your power, your deliverer, your savior. So you ain't got to worship that, but the scripture says every knee shall bow anyways. So you're going to bow down and then be destroyed for not worshiping. Did not the Lord say he that would not come would slay his ass? Bring him hither and slay him? That's what we're going to be doing when we purge out the rebels. When we come out the chariots and out of Jakes, it's still going to be on earth, especially in South America. Them South American Jakes, man, they different. I'm telling y'all from first-hand experience, they different. They actually get put in order, man. You know? We're going to come out the chariots in order with the nukes they touch Jacob. We're going to have to get them in order and we're going to purge out the rebels, you know, that don't want to get right. You know?
As for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
That's right. That's right. Not the Holy One of every goddamn God. Right? He chose Israel for salvation. He chose Israel to be the leaders of the world. All right? But the prophecy did state that Esau was going to rule. For Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning that followed. Right now, we're in the end of the age of Edom. Finally, this devil is done. His ass came as the Greeks, came as the Romans, got shut up for 1,000 years, came back down, loose for a little season, was able to build up Europe the way he wanted to look, was able to come to the Americas and put Gad in captivity, go to parts of Africa, come bring Southern Kingdom over here, right? Bring them to the islands, set this bitch up the way he wanted to. But now, as we fast forward to the year 2022, look at his imminent form. You got a president that shits on himself, man. Has amnesia. America is a joke. You don't respect Brandon. And your last president was a reality show host, man.
Best president.
The apprentice.
My favorite
You're
president.
fired. That's your president, man.
Funny dude.
His toupee blowing the fuck off. He get off the plane, his shit flying off. This is a fucking joke, man. Look. It's more than that though. Yeah, it's more way more than that. You about to bring something else up?
Oh, yeah, but I'm good. I'll bring that back up. It's Nahum 3 and 4, because of the multitude of the orders. Woe to the bloody city that is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and the prancing horses.
The noise of the whip
and
the rattle, the wheels rattling. That's slavery, man. Go ahead.
And the jumping chariots, the horsemen, lifteth up both the bright sword and the glittering spear.
Hey, what does the scriptures tell us? I've seen servants walking. Servants upon horses. And kings walking. You know, so all them horses was servants, the enemy that was put up above us, man. Go ahead.
And there is a multitude slain, and a great number of carcasses.
And this land, America. What land has more carcasses under it, man? What we standing on right now was, this shit was an auction street. Slaves being auctioned on in every part of the city. Because Virginia was was the first place where they brought slaves. And one of the main major slave ports. You got all these goddamn military bases, those were slave ports, man. Before they was naval bases. Surrounded by all this goddamn water.
God, I think that auction, I think they were going to post that happened down in Richmond, that place. Remember, but then, it turned into a apartment complex. I remember.
See?
And there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through a whoredom.
And so that goes hand in hand with the brother just read. The harlot. Her sorceries. You go into sorceries, it goes into a pharmakia, right? Pharmaceutical company, it's drugs, it's wicked ass medicine. His media, is when you go into witchcraft, they have something called mediums, right? That's what he used to channel between the people and himself what the message he wants. That's what people are engulfed in CNN and Fox News and all this bullshit that's spewed out on the TV, the television. That's his sorceries, his witchcraft. You people don't know what's really going on in the world because all you get your news from the devil, the deceiver. We get our news from real news, alternative pages, all right? BitChute, Rumble. Oh, what's that site?
Odyssey.
The one you
BitChute.
No, with the news articles. RT is a good one. RT, but blacklisted news. Yeah, it's a lot of them. Go ahead, on.
That selleth nations through her whoredoms and families.
That selleth nations. Who sold more people than America? Especially during the time when fake ass Queen Isabella and fake ass King Ferdinand sent Columbus over here and was shipping Gad back over to France. That's why you got a lot of Jakes over there in Europe, France and Spain. That's Gad, man. They was shipping them, a whole bunch of them back over there, man. Pocahontas, she died at age 22, which is Disney. They made it into a happy movie where she fucking on the Edomite, but in real life, she got stolen. She was betrothed to another man. She got stolen by John Smith, raped, right? Then thrown around, used and abused by the other men. got shipped over there to Europe. They was using her, and then she ended up dying at age like 22, man. That's a horrible fucking life. And then they gonna make a fucking Disney movie about it, talking about the colors of the wind. This man is a filthy deceiver, man. Go ahead, though.
And families through witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the house of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face. I will show the nations thy nakedness.
And the scripture said, he that stealeth a man and he that be found in his hand, the man should put to death, man. We're found in your hands to this very day. And we can't just depart to, if you don't like it, just leave America. Where the hell are we gonna go? The whole earth is ruled by your infrastructure, man. You just set up central banks in damn near every country, major country. Go ahead on.
And the kingdoms thy shame. I will cast abominable filth.
Oh man.
Who's he right now?
Lost one of the wheels. He told some shalom.
No.
He told some shalom.
Listening to these are the breaks.
Oh man.
Verse 6, I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vow. I will set thee as a gazing stock.
And everybody looking at America, man. Everybody looking at this place for the taking, right for the taking. And Russia and China, they like, yeah, I ain't keep threatening us. They've been teaming up with other countries, man. And they've been talking to your allies behind your back. And man, it's your time of this goddamn American bullshit, man.
China owns like 40% of Africa. I think construction industry.
Yep. South Africa, yeah. For all you niggas that talk about Africa. China is all up in there.
Yeah,
Britain's still up in there. You had some of the tribes made more fucking priests. The chief of the damn village.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Come on, go back to Africa. You don't own Africa. It's owned by the other nations. Even the Hamites don't own Africa.
Going back to the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and gave them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy.
The Lord was wrong with us. He was mad for us for the time being. But that's what happens when a woman betrays her man. If you really love a woman, like if you head over heels for her, more than likely you will take her back. If she committed adultery on you, and I'm talking about this was your woman, you love her, everything about it. She came back and you was like, I'm fucked up. And you know she was sincere. A lot of brothers would take that woman back. If you love her, you know, if she was sincere. And you could see her, she bawling, crying. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the big bro from Cali on the walk, he was like, yo, the only way he gonna take some of these bitches, he gotta see snot bubbles out there, blowing and shit. You know? That's the only way he gonna believe you. You know? You gotta look rough.
But it's Hosea 5:15. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Oh, wow.
And seek my face. In their affliction they shall seek me early.
Wow.
So the Lord wants us to, acknowledge that we went off, and repent.
Yep. Read that one more time.
Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction they will seek me early.
Yeah, he would go to return to his place. That's what he did as the husband and Yashar being his woman, man. You know, likened as a relationship. That covenant was a bond, like a marriage. It was supposed to be joined together. But you broke the covenant. So he gave you to your lovers, which was the other nations. And he threw you out to the streets. And what have they done? Abused you, used you, raped you, And now you coming back, crying. I'm sorry. That's us. So we acknowledge our offense. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Please take me back. Please take me back. You know? You know?
Upon the ancient hast
So
thou.
the Lord has more mercy than us. Because you got a lot of brothers that want to take them back. Even if you know what I'm saying? So the Lord has a lot of mercy. Because what we did is likened to adultery, which is worthy of death. Go ahead.
Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Yeah, you look at older people, they ain't able to survive off of what they made working in America because they had a 9 to 5. They wasn't taught about this financial system in America. So you'll see grandma at Walmart working or at Chick-fil-A at the drive-thru because she didn't have enough saved up for her retirement for her to just sit at home. You know? That's why you see a lot of old people still working, man. He puts heavy oppression on people. He don't let off neither, man.
Got a precept from it? The book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna have to pay for what you've done unto the nation of Israel, you know, because you have gotten this wicked kingdom in violence. You're gonna receive violence, double, you know, specifically for your wickedness. You have changed everything upside down, you know. I sit on that. Oh, and this place will not be inhabited no more at all. There will be no more people, just animals, you know, insects, creepy crawling things. So when Yahweh Shem Yahushua brings judgment upon this place, your kingdom is through. You know?
Good Jeremiah chapter 51 started in verse 49.
I was there too. Verse 49? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 49. As Babylon hath caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of the earth, the slain of all the earth. Let me read that again. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 49. As Babylon has caused the slain of Israel to fall, so all Babylon shall fall, the slain of all the earth.
That's that double that you was talking about. Right, go ahead.
Ye that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still. Remember Yahweh afar off, and let Jerusalem come into their mind. We are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame has covered our faces, for strangers have come into the sanctuaries of Yahweh's house.
There we go. So, hey, we escaped the sword, and now our heritage is being called back into our mind. And we're seeing that these strangers have gotten up high above us, right? And they even occupy the Holy Land and defiling the fuck out of it too, right? Tel Aviv, the gay city, all right? They steady fighting over there with Palestine, right? Motherfucker come out his crib door, walk across the gate. You know, this shit happens daily.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though.
Let me go back to Isaiah.
No, we can go read it in Jeremiah.
Verse 52. Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and through all her land the wounded shall groan.
Yeah, so you're gonna get judged for these pagan days, man. Judgment is gonna be forward. You can go down right along with Santa Claus and all these fake deities that you abhor, man. Most importantly, Shezarel. This man right here, he's already forward. People are already, even TikTok is revealing this. TikTok is revealing every goddamn thing, you know. And you got Edomites in the comments losing it too. Because you can't dispute the truth. Go ahead up.
though Babylon shall mount up to heaven, and though
Wait a minute, but I thought the old book of Obadiah said Esau shall mount up to heaven. So that's the scripture telling us he's linking Esau with Babylon. So that lets us know we're in Babylon, right? Go ahead.
though Babylon shall mount up to heaven, and though she shall fortify the height of her strength, yet from me shall spoilers come unto her,
Yeah, you
saith
got
Yahweh.
your Space Force, right? You got your Special Ops, Navy SEALs, Air Force. You got all these branches of the military. But the Lord said spoilers are going to come. He set a trap up for you, man. Them spoilers of those other nations, but also, most importantly, just in case the nations couldn't get it done, the angels are coming in the chariots, you know? Go ahead.
A sound of a cry cometh from Babylon, and great destruction from the land of the Chaldeans. Because Yahweh has spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her great voice. When her waves do roar like the great waters, a noise of her voice is uttered.
Yeah, this place is going to be made worse than a third world country, man. And these people aren't used to going without. So like I always say, the first week of the famine, disrespect death, all right? The third day, a nigga ain't able to get bread and meat, he gonna go kill somebody, rob somebody. Niggas may turn cannibal the second week. It ain't gonna take that long for these people to go nuts, because they don't know what it is to go without. And they don't have no outlet, you know, besides smoking weed, right? Or porn, right? Or whatever type of other outlet they got that's gonna be taken away. Instagram, scrolling on their phone all goddamn day. All their wicked outlets are gonna be taken away. So they're just gonna be left with themselves in the crib, going the fuck crazy.
Demons fucking with their head because they can't go online.
Yep. So the second week they just go ah. And you just go, like the scripture said, you gonna hear screams.
It can't last without 2 hours.
Yep. All you women on Instagram posting photos in your condo, independent in your apartment, and you been seeing these women getting raped and murdered, right, off of Instagram models. That shit been ramping up. We just had another one this week in the club. Her jealous ex went in the club, shot the bitch up, murdered her. She looked good too. Look like one of them Instagram photos, man. Nope. Judgment is happening, man. Go ahead.
Because the spoiler is come unto her.
And you men
upon
be
her.
getting raped too. Because you got a lot of men, faggots out here, man.
Undercover too.
Yeah.
Gay gang. They got gay gangs in DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a documentary about it.
Atlanta's deep with them.
Yeah. Hey, you had that big dude in Atlanta knocking dudes out, right?
Taking their ass.
Now this shit was on the news. This thing was big as shit. They said it's a serial man rapist, and they showed him. He walked in the store.
Yeah, the black do-rag and black Air Force.
He said,
And he was taking niggas shit.
Straight up, knock you out of it.
So you gonna need the Lord in them days. You gonna need the
Wake
Lord
up
in
with
them
his drawers
days.
by his
I'm
ankles.
telling you, bro.
There's a bill in California where they're talking about letting go the inmates.
oh man.
Letting go the inmates.
Black baby mother, you put it that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they mad at whoever the fuck got them in that predicament. Because a lot of men that's locked up is either off of some judgment of a wicked nigga or majority of them women. Especially those domestic cases and shit. So hey man, it's gonna get ugly. Go ahead on.
Because the spoiler is come upon her, even upon Babylon, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is broken. For Yahweh, power of recompense shall surely requite. And I will make drunk her princes and her wives, and her wise men, her captains, and her rulers, and her mighty men. And they shall sleep a perpetual sleep and not wake, saith the King, whose name is Yahweh of hosts.
That's right. That's the judgment that the Lord has foretold on ancient Babylon. That same judgment is going to play out here in modern day Babylon. All right? Because y'all use your left hand side demons to give y'all wisdom, right, to foretell things. That's why y'all put it in y'all movies. Y'all put it in these TV shows. Y'all act like y'all slipping up at these news conferences when really y'all telling the people what's gonna come. But the Lord's gonna take that left-hand side wisdom away from you. And you ain't gonna be able to predict what's coming next. When y'all in them bunkers terrified, thought y'all was gonna escape, you ain't gonna know what's coming next. Right? But we know what's coming. 1,000 years of brutal servitude, man. The worst slavery ever known on the face of this planet. It's gonna be way worse than ours. And we ain't gonna have to do none of the vile shit we did to us. We ain't gonna have to do no homosexual acts, no wild shit, right? But it's gonna get brutal and bloody. And we're gonna have spiritual powers. So you may think you about to give it the spirit, and we put you right back in that damn vessel and go through the same goddamn torment. Go ahead on. That's why the Lord say, be not scareful of them that have just power over the body, but fear him that have power to kill the body and the soul in hell. That's why we fear Yahweh Shah, because he controls what happens in the flesh and in the spirit. Huh? Once he kills the flesh, okay, you back in the spirit realm, and you ain't bound by time. So you up there for a few seconds, boom, you come back down. Hell up out of here, man. We don't scare. We ain't fearful of you. Go ahead, though.
Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burnt with fire, and the people shall labor in vain. And
they laboring in vain right there. They toiling in vain. They taking the potion to keep their jobs, right? They're gonna take the M to the B to keep their life in, but they're gonna lose it all anyways, because the famine gonna come. So here it is, you juiced up, marked up, and you still can't eat. You still don't have a place to lay your head. So you're a double loser, man. Yeah. Go ahead, but you were sold for a lie. The devil told you that was your salvation, that was your way to freedom, your way to liberty. Here it is, it's been 2 years since this whole pandemic started. And you people are still doing, they about to lock everything back to from there. Look at this. It ain't going back to normal, man.
That's not a lot like this.
Go ahead on.
Perfect.
and the fork in the fire, and they shall be weary. The word which Jeremiah the prophet commanded Sariah, son of Neriah, the son of Messiah, when he went with Zedekiah, the king of Judah in Babylon, in the 4th year of his reign. And this Sariah was a quiet prince. Let me keep reading.
Read down to verse 62.
Jumping down to verse 62. Then shall thy say, O Yahweh, thou hast spoken against this place to cut it off, and none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast. Then it shall be desolate forever.
And that's the judgment of the daughter of Babylon. It's going to be made one of those desert wildernesses where nothing but foul spirits is going to happen. Demonic spirits, right? Fowls of the air, scorpions, reptilian creatures, right? Ain't no soil going to give life to anything over here. This was a land of death, but the smoke is going to ascend it forever, right? As a memorial, let us know how filthy this place was. And we'll be able to tell our kids about this place, man. How vile it was, and how opposite it was of the ways of Yahweh Shah. And the Jakes, the Israelites, they got to come back in the kingdom, be born again. They ain't going to believe it. They were like, damn, it was really, it was like that. Because that's part of being the first fruits, you being able to, remember all these things and see the build-up of the kingdom. The 2/3 gonna miss it all that. All right, they're gonna have to be taught all over in the kingdom.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 47, back down to verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now.
What's the latter end? your ass going into slavery. The elders should serve the younger. You didn't consider that when you was putting all this hell on our people. And now you done went so damn far that you can't let up. Because if you let up now, you still go to slavery. So he's just like, fuck it, let's go all the way out.
Yeah.
But see, the Lord keep throwing riches in your plan. Here it is, he allowed your own nation to expose you. We're not wearing a fucking mask. Screw you. Screw your mandates. Because they the ones coming up against the system. Jake's still eating fried chicken, you know, watching Oprah. They ain't worried about what the fuck going on. It's the Edomites cursing out the Edomites. Bringing out the whole thing of the MNR, you know, all the, you know, the information about the potion.
Heavy too.
Yeah. He threw a wrench in the plan. You know the elites wasn't expecting that. Australia riding, marches in France, his own people. They probably was like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Satan against Satan, man.
Yep.
That's gonna happen, just like in the time of Rome, man.
Even a lot of Edomite Christians, they preaching against this shit. That's the mark of the beast.
Yeah, they are.
Fire's gonna, you know. Does that mean they're gonna inherit the promise? No, but they against this man too. Because when you go into the history, you had Edomites that was against Rome too. Go ahead.
Real quick, Matthew 12 and 25. Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. You know, and that's what's happening, man. You know, he's the top dog right now of this wicked place we live, but you know, it's gonna crumble because they can't even get along. They arguing with each other, you know, fighting with each other. You know, we don't know, you know, if when they ran up on the Capitol, we don't know if that was staged 100% or not, but you know, look at that right there. Y'all love this place, y'all proud with y'all wicked ass flag, and then you running up and shit, tearing shit up, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna continue on. But when we get the throne, y'all gonna know y'all place. Y'all gonna be in them pits. You only gonna be able to leave them, come up out of there when we tell you.
The pits of Edom. Gonna be way worse than the ghetto.
Hell
Here we gotta get your land.
The pits of Edom, man. Can't wait to see it. You're just gonna look down and see darkness, but they just know down there it's a whole village of people surviving like a motherfucker.
Talking like dogs like that. Edomite out there.
Trying to learn the Paleo Hebrew down there because they know they're gonna get fucked up if they don't speak in it. You know? There'll be no goddamn English in the kingdom, man. It's bastard language.
Yeah.
You're talking that bullshit, nigga.
we talking too. His first letter. First letter.
Through. Go ahead, though.
Oh, come. Verse 8. Therefore, hear now this: thou art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Because of these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children, widowhood, and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
That's when them nukes is shot down over here, man. It's gonna happen in one day. You know? You're gonna have that announcement. Hey, this is it. You know, the guy, he ain't gonna be able to get his words together. This is it. America's over. You know? We got word nukes have been shot off from America, from Russia, Korea, Iran, China, Britain.
Yeah.
You know?
All the virtues going well, they're going well in America.
Everybody please pray.
Yep.
All their riches.
Gather with your loved ones. Run to the shelters. Go to in your nearest shelter if you can. Underground shelter. You know, ain't nothing you won't be able to do in that. It's gonna be total chaotic. Meanwhile, the elect is gonna be crazy, man. Because by that time, you gotta understand, some brothers have lost their lives by the guillotine, not taking more. So the brothers that is gonna be standing on that side, they're gonna be, thank you.
Really, I think we look crazy now.
Hey, we gotta
You
go
know?
through some shit. You know? So by that time, you're gonna be, you know, you're just gonna be ecstatic. And you gonna know because the Father shit gonna crack them skies. That chariot that they seen that's bigger than the earth, it's gonna crack them skies, man. Simultaneously as the nukes being shut off. You know? Red off.
Verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath preserved me.
And for a time, no one did see it. You know, but now the Lord, like we've been going into, has lifted up the veil, lifted up that skirt, and people are able to see his lies and deceit and treachery. You're a fucking liar, man. You lied about every goddamn thing. You lied about religion. You lied about the money. You lied about medicine, right? You lied about everything, man.
And if I may, Putin's also bringing out their lies by saying, I don't trust you because everything that you said that you wouldn't do, you've done.
Yeah.
So now I want an agreement on paper.
Yeah. Yep. And they ain't gonna do it. Because he wants them to write in paper that Ukraine will not become a part of NATO.
Yeah.
And they ain't gonna do that because they know that's what they want. And they know if they did write it on paper and still backtrack, and Russia will really fucking go to war. So we here, man. It ain't no going back. The Lord laid a trap for it. There's only so much you can, there's only so long you can lie until people get to wake up to your bullshit. The only people that ain't waking up is 2/3 of Israel. Because they in a deep ass sleep. And the Lord has blinded their eyes that they cannot see. Shut their ears that they cannot hear. So they're gonna just die in their disbelief, man. But really it goes back to their judgment, their past lives, the life that they live now. The Lord got it in his will that he wanted them to die in disbelief. He chose an elect, which the elect is a lot of Israelites, man. All right, the 144 is just the governing body, but that great multitude is a lot throughout the four corners of the earth. So there's a lot of jakes that's waking up, man. You don't see the Lord ain't gonna show you his whole hand of what's going on now, man. You don't know brothers is teaching everywhere, man. You know, you see what the Lord allows you to see. You see enough for your faith. Know this thing is always bigger than what you perceive it to be. Right. You're dealing with Yahweh, man. Go ahead.
And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And destruction shall come upon thee suddenly.
That sounds like the curses. Sound like when they came to the west coast of Africa, Jake wasn't expecting their ass to pop up. Sound like when they came to the shores of America, right? Like they show you that movie Apocalypto when they was fighting each other, and at the end, he looked, they just stopped and looked and see a cross. Dude, he got a cross, Catholicism on the ship, and they didn't know what the fuck it was. They were, what is that shit? Yeah, that was your destruction. That was the damn devil coming on your shores, on your land, with fucking religion and lies, you know, and these fake ass popes. But the same thing gonna happen to you. You ain't gonna know where the destruction coming from, but it's gonna come. And we glad y'all building these lavish bunkers, these underground cities, taking all the real food, storing it underground, hoarding all the real resources, storing it underground, keeping all the damn gold, just storing it. All that gold you guys gonna be used to pave the streets of the kingdom, the headquarters, Jerusalem. Everything that you got is ours, man. These precious stones you blow up the earth to get, all right? All this opal and stuff you blowing the earth up and dig up. You can look at a lot of these stone exhibits. Edomites be owning them shit, man. These gemstones, all that's ours. And you gonna give it back. Can you imagine how the kingdom gonna look, man? It's gonna be built up with gemstones and rubies, you know, sapphires.
And again, just imagine all the other plants that we're gonna have. All types of, minerals and resources that other plants gonna have.
And the smell that our kingdom gonna have, you know, just because the scriptures tell you how much our Lord loves sweet smells, just the smell of the king. The chariot, Lord, when we get beat up, the chariot smell is gonna be, out of this world. Who knows what that looks like inside? So really, we ain't missed out on nothing, okay? This kingdom sucks. We in a rock kingdom. Everything, this man took the caves and built it over here in America. Cement, concrete, every goddamn way. And built the buildings up high. He took the caves and brought it over here. This ain't shit.
Yeah.
This don't bring us no type of vibration. That's why you gotta go to like the beach, put your feet in the sand. The only time you really feel some type of vibration is when you out in nature. Surrounded by the ocean, you hear the ocean sounds. When you in the city, you don't feel no vibration, you feel destroyed. You feel low, depressed, you know? That's why our kingdom is gonna be built off real resources, minerals, things that give off a vibration. And then the Lord gonna give us knowledge and reveal mysteries to us about all these things and how they work and the benefits of them, you know? Even music. Music's supposed to heal you. You know, music ain't just supposed to be some bullshit you just listen to. Oh, fuck on that bitch. Yep, fuck on that bitch. I'll steal your hoe. I'll rob a nigga. That you ain't just supposed. That ain't what music is about. Music, hey, when Saul had them demons on it, David played that harp. Demons lifted him off. When you hear music, supposed to. But Jake, the type of music Jake listens to, make you want to kill him.
It's not even real music. Everything's all on the computer. Like I said, they're not using real instruments. You know, like harps or actual pianos.
Make sure all my wives know how to sing.
Yep.
That vibration of music nowadays makes you want to do nothing but wickedness. You know, and we know that's the Amalek. They run the music business.
They're one of his tools.
I remember the old song. Here is something you can't understand, or I could just kill a man.
Yeah.
What type of vibration is that giving off, yo? And you can see people actually do that. They just stressed out, pumping that wicked ass vibration, and they go and do the shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's another reason why you gotta go. You know what I mean? Like you said, A's forges the lies, man. He just nothing. He brings no benefit to this place, man. Nothing. He's a leech, man. He just sucks up the life out of everything. You know.
And this is Matthew 10 and 8. It says, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. You know, so the true music is the scriptures. It's what heals you. You know,
That's right. Hey, because the scriptures speak about us. We singing a song that they only the 144 can learn, right? We are fighting into them, but they have not danced. This is the real music. And this music to our ears. You put on them epistles, those digital epistles, right? The videos that brothers put up, that boosts you, man. Yeah, I'll be on the plantation, I'll put on a brother video, I'm like, God, that brother, man.
Right.
Man, fuck you goddamn beats. You know what I'm saying? You getting the vibe. You ready to conquer the world.
Yeah, you a certain vibration.
Yeah, you be straight. You know, you feeling down, you hit the right video, you be good. It's healing to the soul, it's healing to the spirit. It helps us to continue. Hey, it's the comforter, that's the word, it comforts you. That's what keeps us from doing reckless shit out here. It's this comfort. Because I was meditating on this week. I was like, yo, if I was in the world and I didn't have this truth, you know, to the women, I'd be like, because I would be so goddamn frustrated and pissed. I'm telling what the fuck I'd be up to. But we have this comfort. So when we go through shit, we go through, especially when you read about the kingdom. You know, you don't stress about women because you know the women is the light thing the Lord can do for you, man. The Lord gonna give brothers thousands of wives. You gonna have too many wives, man. You ain't gonna be able to count your number of wives, man. Yeah, what's that? The brother just had that vision, man. He posted about how he was putting the man that he seen putting the jewelry on poster
Oh, that
home.
was beautiful.
Ran out of room. Woo! Said I have no more to give you. You know, well, first that is the knowledge of the scriptures, but that's also going to be the riches. Going to translate to the riches in the kingdom. You know, the Lord overflows us with the first riches, which is this wisdom, the scriptures. But He even tells you His storehouse are riches forevermore. You know, He gonna give us so much, there ain't gonna be no room to put it. And I'm talking about this on having the rulership on the earth. This is not even talking about other planets and galaxies, the multiverse. I'm just talking about just what's on the earth that we haven't even experienced. You know how much on the earth that we haven't even encountered, man. And the earth gonna get bigger. Its shape gonna change again, just like the first flood changed it, what they call Pangea. The second destruction, the missiles gonna shake the earth again, change the map all over. Right?
Yeah, man.
So it's gonna be, man, we're gonna receive so much. Imagine the Lord gave you your own little country. You know how much that is to rule over?
Right.
We be talking about planets and all that, but just your own little country.
It's sloppy.
That's thousands upon thousands of people you control over.
It's sloppy, you know. So we ain't worried about your metaverse. We got our eyes on the universe. You know what I'm saying? We want the kingdom, man.
I don't want to have sex with no woman in the virtual world. I want to have sex with her.
Right.
I don't want to eat in a virtual world. I want to eat real food.
Ooh, right. Real
And
thing.
not GMO shit. I want to taste real food. I want to know what real food tastes like. I want to know what it feels like to just leave when I want to leave. Don't have to go to no border checkpoints. Have somebody checking my ass through the border. Look at a faggot. You walk through the shit, faggot, all up your butt. They got to check your passport. You know, decide you can come through. You know, I remember the third time I left dude like he wanted to let me in Colombia, but then when he seen I had other stamps on my shit, he was like, oh, okay, good. You know, just to go through that bullshit, it's like, man, you should be able to roam free. You's a damn slave.
I got carded though. The dude next to me that looked at the girl and said, really? Carded me.
We want to live, man. We want to actually live. We haven't lived life, right? Working a 9 to 5, paying bills, always running against time. That ain't living. Being confined to a certain area your whole life, that ain't living, man. Eating what you want in all righteousness. Doing what you want in all righteousness. That's living. That's what eating was all about. Paradise. Adam was chilling. Wake up when you want, sleep when you want. Just enjoying life. The animals, you tell the animals what to do. That's what we're gonna get back. We're spitting power Yahweh Shiro shots. And the metaverse ain't it. It ain't even close. Everything this devil got is bootleg. It's true. Go ahead, Lord.
And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so, be thou shalt be able to profit. If so, thou mayest prevail. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things.
Yeah, because you so wise in your wisdom, right? You gonna name the planets and shit, right? Pluto, Jupiter, all this Greek shit, bullshit. Who made you the authority of all these things, right? You've just been used. You're the Lord's sword. You've been set up, but you think you put yourself in that position. By your strength, you think you have done it. That's why the Lord gonna take you down swiftly to show you why He put you there, all right? To whip us, to teach us, to punish us for a time being. You're nothing special. Matter of fact, you're the 10 toes. You at the bottom of the statue. You're not even the head of gold. You know, you're the lowest kingdom, man. At least in the other kingdoms, they knew not to fuck with nature.
Yeah, really.
You poison your own fucking people. Go ahead, Lord.
Stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee.
There you go. You know, and all these people in these other countries, they're going to be back with their own people, waiting on their judgment. Because China thought they was going to be the next superpower. All right? The prophecy states that the 10 toes, NATO, the European Union, that's it. The revised Roman Empire, that's it. It doesn't state anything about no Russia being the next superpower or China. That's how you know we're at the end, because if those nations are bucking up like this, we're at the end. Because they not next up. Give a damn how much technology you think you got. Or your hyper ballistic, supersonic missiles, you know? You can boast of that all you want. But if the Lord ain't setting you up, you ain't gonna make it. The scriptures tell you how great Alexander the Greek was. And he went down. Rome was vast during this time. Strong. Corrupted from the inside out. You know?
I went back to Jeremiah.
Okay, let's hold on.
Oh, yeah, I got Isaiah. Just to make it real fast.
I want to finish off.
This is Isaiah chapter 1 verse. Just to get straight to the point. This is Isaiah chapter 1 verse 5. It says, why should ye be stricken any more? You will walk more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it. But the wounds and the bruises and the purifying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mortified with ointment.
Going into that.
Yeah, so again, no matter how many times that people go into captivity, after captivity, like I said, when you go to the Old Testament, like I said, the book of Judges, Josiah, like I said, all the, like I said, what? Our people have been in captivity, though, like I said, thousands of times for what? Being rebellious, man. Even at this last worst captivity, like I said, man, our people have been the worst of all captivities, man. Like I said, man, our people, like I said, are just wicked, man. I wish I said that this generation is the most adulterous, most wicked generation of all, man. As you can see, right? Our people have no morals. Our people are really losing their morals, their status, their dignity, their respect, man. They don't care, man. They just monstrous children, man. You know, and like I said, and the Lord proved it. So this has got to be the last captivity, man. Like I said, so of course, like I said, man. So the Lord just tired of it, man. Like I said, the Lord showed His mercy plenty of times, but now again, like I said, hey, don't forget the Lord created flesh. So now the Lord is very angry. The Lord is just jealous of power, and now, like I said, man, the Lord just tired of it, man. So like I said, like I said, the only remnant for our people is just destroy 2/3, and like I said, basically be reborn in the kingdom, man.
These people have no integrity. These people have resorted to OnlyFans.
Yep.
Women are whores, puppy whores.
Proudly.
No, publicly.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And also proudly too.
These men, proudly, yeah. And these men, they ain't straight drug addicts. They done made being a drug addict that's a cool thing to walk around with a double cup, a lean, Xanny bars. You know,
Yeah.
to the point where you're falling out. You know,
Yeah.
you know, Jake love recording us. They love seeing us looking stupid, getting beat up. Can't even fight. You can't fight it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
places gone. People are literally at the end.
Yep. No role models, man. Like I said, for the younger generation, X, Y, Z, millennials, like I said, they're gone, man. Like I said, they have no future, they have no inheritance. You know? If this kingdom would have kept on going, you know, like I said, what? We would have had, like I said, homeless on the street. And like I said, man, this would be a World War III, man.
Yeah, man, I think about how we went to school.
Whatever.
You know how we went to school, in high school and shit, middle school. Oh, it was all for show and shit. You can imagine going to school now, the TikTok and Instagram and all this, how it affects their mind. I mean, that got to be crazy, bro. They minds are totally on something else, bro.
I tell, hey, these kids now, man. I'm gonna take a little jab at the art, but you give these kids a damn Android, they mad that they got an Android. They want an iPhone. You know, when I was coming over, you was the man if you had a damn Nokia.
Yeah.
I ain't had no damn phone. I was mad as hell.
Remember those flip phones? They used to be real
Yeah, that's what I'm mad as hell.
Play Snake on your shit,
bro.
you know? You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's that bad that you give a kid a, hey, this all I can afford, but you got a phone. Oh, I want a damn iPhone. Shit crazy.
Hey, you see them 12 years old, 11 years old, 10-year-old, whole iPhone.
Yeah.
On the
that
phone
young,
and shit.
I'm like,
Well, you know what's crazy? Because I got my young in a phone. She young, you know what I mean? But this world's so wicked. You want them to have a phone now just so they can get to you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah. You gotta balance it out, man. It's great. This world is through.
Yeah.
Because that's what's raising your kids.
Like I said,
And that's the sad part.
Yeah, like I said,
And you think it's not, because even like I said, man, my stepfather, she look at my younger sister, and he'll think she ain't doing certain shit, but she is. And you'll be flabbergasted when you find it out. Because they ain't gonna like, one thing about these women, I got a lot of sisters in there. One thing I learned is they ain't gonna tell you at all what the fuck they do. They gonna use that smile, daddy. She fucking, she sucking, she doing it all.
Shit.
She ain't telling you nothing.
Shit, certain women to do something and block it out of their own mind. So what makes you think they gonna tell you? You know what I mean? They done do some shit, some real low shit, and don't even want to, think about it again. Themselves.
That's right, man. Hey, it's embarrassing, man. It makes a man have a doubt in those days, man. That's it's not too, man. Like I said, the scripture talks about, like I said, I say basically about like I said, respecting your family lineage, man. And not being embarrassing, But of course, like I said, they don't teach this stuff on so.
Yeah, because you didn't want to dishonor your father.
Yeah.
That was a big thing. Your father's legacy. A woman
Should be alive. So it says in the scriptures.
Yeah, a woman knew not to dishonor her father's house. That's why a woman that will have sex out of marriage, well, without being in a union with a man, she would just have sex. And it would be a shame. So the father would be like, no, I got to give you to this man. You have brought shame upon my house. I can't give you off to another man now. Right. So now you got to go be with that man. But in this society, it ain't like that. She can go, in middle school, she fucking. High school, she fucking. College, she fucking. By the time she get to you, man, she done been flipped, twisted, all type of pretzel,
They got the nerve to want a big old ring to get on one knee. Got the nerve to wear white clothes. So-called wedding.
Because I remember in middle school, they ain't used to want us. They used to want the older guys.
Yeah.
They used to want the older guys. What you think the older guys was teaching? They ABC.
Joy, I was explaining to her. I was like, I remember middle school. These girls had dudes pulling up in cars picking them up in middle school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with that?
All we can do is carry their books to the next barrel.
Right.
That's why you got the red pill movement is so big now. These guys like Kevin Stan and all these guys. And you'll see these women up in age calling how they ruin their lives, this whole independent woman liberty thing. It was all a lie. It worked against them. It didn't work for them. And they realize that now. Now they're crying. I don't have a family. I ruined my life. My mind is fucked. And they can't even form a bond with a dude because when you actually go into the spiritual side of it, they have too many attachments with other spirits. Because when you come in contact with a person, anybody, it's like this brother, I have a spiritual connection with you. That'll never be taken away. Whether good, bad, or good. But everybody come in contact. Now you lay down with a man, it don't matter. Hey, you got a spiritual connection with that man. So you do it another one. You can't form a true bond with a man.
Did you happen to see the TikTok
Unless it be the Lord, the Lord can do anything. It will have to be the mercy of the Lord, snap to break that out of a woman.
did you see the TikTok of the Judite girl that she basically kept pushing. She said, I have nothing to offer a man except for my box. I'm too tarnished. My mind is tore up because of dealing with previous men. And she was keeping it 100. She was like, I really can't give a man nothing, but my box, So, that's very rare that a woman keep it honest. She told her, I'm battered and bruised, basically,
You see, but that's more honest than most women out there.
But I was tripping, and I thought she was joking at first. I thought it was just a joke, but then this was dead serious. I'm going to send it to you. It's crazy, man.
A lot of women are really basically telling on themselves now, pretty much, man. Like I said, it's time all that, like I said, the red pill movement. It's like the red pill movement is getting well known, man. Like I said, man, it's working, man.
Yeah, because men are fed up. They're tired of trimming their ways. It ain't even just about the woman. Men can't be men in this society. Men have to trim their ways to get a job, to work in certain areas, to just be out here. You got a lawyer tone and all this weird shit. Men are tired, man. Men want to be men. So now they voicing their frustration now. You know, no, we're not worshiping no more. You know, no, we're not bowing down to just these wicked ass decrees. We're gonna be men. Because when you go back into history, men started uprisings. Men fought wars. All right? So you got a lot of men that's rising up against this wicked decree that's being spread throughout the earth, and they willing to die. I'm talking about outside of the truth. You got a whole bunch of other groups, they're willing to stand up and die for not taking this potion. And it's the men rising up, you know?
It's crazy because, we're Jacob, so we have to supplant. But once we get to the kingdom, we ain't got to worry about it. Israel, Jacob to Israel,
Nature always goes back to what it was founded to be. Life always gonna go to how the Lord created it to be. A woman gonna always be a woman, a man gonna always be a man. You have those periods of wickedness, but once that's done with, everything goes back to what it's supposed to be. And how does the Lord does that? By breaking everything down. All your false beliefs, breaking it, those strongholds. Right, matter of fact, get it in Corinthians. What is it, the 11th chapter? Breaking down the strongholds. You know, because as the Lord breaks down this whole system, this structure, people ain't gonna have nothing to do but revert back to that base nature of man and woman. Men, you're gonna have to be men in that day. You can't be effeminate because the Lord says effeminate is not gonna inherit the kingdom. You gotta be a man. Stand upon your principles and morals and what you believe in. Right? You can't let Big Mama drag you to the house with fucking pajamas on for Christmas, man. With a goddamn Santa Claus hat on, eating Christmas cookies. You gotta say, no, this ain't it. And you gotta stand on it. You gotta be a man now. All right? In slavery, Big Mama ran every goddamn thing. While father was being emasculated, getting his penis cut off. All right? The Lord is requiring us to come back into that state of being a man. And that calls for us to put him first and his ways first. To be about our Father's business no matter what. All right? Nothing comes between that. Not a woman, not a job, right? Not your family, nothing comes between our job that the Lord has put before us, man. We willing to sacrifice it all. Because all this shit is vanity, just like Solomon said. Solomon had it all, right? You got these niggas like Floyd Mayweather and shit. Solomon had way more than y'all, man. And he had the wisdom. You niggas are retarded, can barely read. Solomon had the wisdom of the left-hand side and the right-hand side. And he still said everything was vanity. Why? Because if everything ain't in its righteous order, it's off. You got all these women, but they worshiping false gods. They fighting and jealous over each other. Your people fighting and murdering each other. It's like, I got all this, but it's still wicked inside. He understood that. And what did he say? When a man dies, what's going to become of what he built? And he understood when he died, what happened? Jeroboam and Rehoboam, the kingdom got split. So he knew it was all vanity. What's the point of me having all this and then I'm going to leave it and then it be destroyed? And that's what happened. The 40 years of peace, and then after that, we was just in captivity after that. So it was vanity. We need the kingdom. And we only going to get that by doing what Yahweh Bashim tells us to do. Not doing what Big Mama says, not doing what your girl says, not doing what people in the world want you to do, or think it's the cool thing to do. Fuck these people, because majority of them going to be dead soon any damn way. Yeah.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10.
When we first, when you first started teaching, you just care about how people looked about you. You be a little timid. You know, everybody got that feeling when they first come in, like, oh shit, I want to boss us. I want to do. But have you been in for a while, shit, everybody done seen bosses, co-workers, everybody done fucking seen. You just get to the point you just don't even give a fuck.
Yeah, kind of like that dude tonight who knew somebody up there.
Oh, yeah. But hey, you go to that first stage where you still have the cares of the world a little bit. And as you continue in your journey, you fully detach yourself from this world. And you don't give a fuck about conforming anymore. Because you realize that there's no benefit in conforming, especially now. What are you holding on to? Netflix? They ain't even putting that good shit out no more. What is it to hold on to, man?
Cancel my subscription. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds.
There you go. We're using these spiritual weapons to pull down these lies that's been perpetuated throughout the earth. That got our people in a lump. All right? Christianity is the main demonic demon. It's a damn shame why people still celebrating Christmas, man. That shit pisses me the fuck off. But that shows you how much of a stronghold it is. It ain't even about the Lord. It ain't even about Jesus at the end of the day. They're just doing it because it's what they've been taught. And it has become a routine. They're not talking about no damn Jesus on this day. They're just giving each other presents and bullshit that don't mean nothing. This has meaning to it. All right? When we come to camp, we feel rejuvenated. We feel refreshed. Life has been put back into us, man, because throughout the week, we be down and out sometimes, man. Dealing with this fucking world. This world will crush you, man. Brothers in debt. Brothers catching ailments. Go ahead, bro.
Kanye song, we down, but not out.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? We get down, we ain't out. Well, you know what I mean? Hey, pray to the Lord that he don't blow that candle out. You know, that's the name of the game. We got to keep pushing to the end, endure to the end. Because after the end, what happens? The beginning. The beginning of our kingdom, you know?
Even Bruce Lee said, pray not for easy life, but pray a life that, I pray for a hard life that basically you can endure, you know? It's best to go, like I said, endure hard things, man, because when it comes, like I said, you won't be caught off guard or unexpectedly, man. Like I said, you don't know what to do, and like I said, you adapt to it. You know, coming from somebody that again, never experienced stuff like that, man.
That's right.
Right.
Go ahead, man.
Verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself.
Casting down imaginations. A lot of y'all think y'all gonna be the next Meg Thee Stallion, right? How many women on their Instagram got a business now? I seen a chick, she got a banana pudding business. Yeah, I'm telling you, how many variations of banana pudding can you make? You know, but it's just everybody on this whole trying to make it in America. This place is through. It's over. It had its time and now it's done for. You know? Cast those imaginations out of your head. Because all people do is build an image of who they want to be. All right? They model, okay, this is what I'm going to show the world as I am. You ain't going to be who you truly are. You portray yourself as who you want to be. This fake image you done conjured up in your head. That's why people hate to be alone. They hate to be by themselves. That's why the lockdown was causing people depression, because they had to face themselves and their demons. So they like those big gatherings and parties and being around people, putting on this fake ass image, stunting on people. When we're around brothers, we be ourselves, man. We ain't putting on no goddamn image. Who the fuck, we ain't got shit. What the fuck I'm putting on image for?
It's like we got an inside joke in this world. You know, like even when we out here slocking, I'm gonna put you up with when we walk and see a bug out walk by, we just look at each other and laugh. That's how we look at these people in the world, you know? Because we know something they don't. You know? It's a treasure.
Yep. Go ahead, oh. Yeah, you still got niggas want you to buy their album, buy their CD. Hey, bro, hang it up, man. That shit was it was cute in the 90s, early 2000s, mixtape era. You know?
It's still selling CDs.
Shit crazy, man.
Casting down
we was at Camp in Richmond. Dude pull up. You remember?
Yeah,
He didn't really want to hear the word, but he knew the truth. He waited and just said, "Hey man, look, check this out. I want to get my CD." He hand brothers a CD. Had a whole CD with the paper in it with the credits. Said, "Jake, it's funny, man. You know, it ain't nothing wrong with that, but it ain't the time for that, man.
Right.
We'll hear your music in the candle."
No, we won't.
No, we won't. No, you know, brothers gonna get their thing off in the candle, because you got a lot of brothers that actually talented. You know, you got a lot of brothers that actually talented in the music thing.
Like a mixtape with all my wives on it.
Yeah.
Down there.
You know, whatever brothers left in this world that they was good at, and you ain't missed out on nothing, man. You gonna have way more in the kingdom. You know? So myself personally, I was in the basketball, I was in the sports. Yeah, in the kingdom, you'll be able to do better stuff with sports, man. Build your own goddamn shit. You know? We ain't missed out on nothing, man. We didn't leave nothing. Why, you want to make it to professional sports, getting a contract with the devil? You see what these sports people got to do now? Antonio Brown faking the juice. They through. Protocols every Friday. Missing games. That's hell, man. And also, they get paid by each game, so if you don't play a game, you don't get paid. Go ahead, bro.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach.
That's what we do. Everything that exalts itself above this truth, Esau's medicine, Esau's science, all right? We casting that shit down. We bringing our minds captive to the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And every day we fight to be better, man. The scripture says, examine thyself that thou be in the faith. You gotta always check yourself, make sure you're on the right. You know, because a lot of times, you want to rebuke somebody else, you make sure your ass doing what you need to be doing. First person you rebuke is yourself. You know? You know your foes better than anybody else.
Oh, Khan. Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
Yeah, okay.
That was good. Oh yeah.
God, it's Isaiah chapter 42, verse 1. It says, behold, my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. He shall not cry
That's
nor...
talking about Yahweh Shai. Oh, so he coming to bring judgment to the Gentiles. I thought he was coming to bring gifts. When he's coming to bring a gift, you ain't gonna like it. And the scripture said he tread up the wine press alone. Oh damn, it didn't do.
God, and it says, he shall not cry nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall be he not break, and the smoking flax shall he not quench.
A bruised reed shall he not break. If you look at a bruised reed, like it's a very, thin plant, right? A wind could snap it, Read the second part.
And it says, and the smoking flax shall he not quench.
The smoking flax, all right? It's a dim fire on the candle, right? That looks like it's about to blow out. That's us. At any moment, it looks like we can just be blown out. So he's not going to quench that fire, right? He's not going to break that bruised reed. Because we're down and out. We're weak. But he's going to strengthen us. He's going to uphold us until we get the hell up out of here. Go ahead.
God. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth. He shall not fail nor be discouraged till he has set judgment in the earth.
So that's what Yahweh Shai been craving to do ever since he, departed this current realm, man. He ready to bring true judgment on the earth. He just waiting for the Father to get to go ahead. All right, Yahweh Shai, go get what's yours. He ain't gonna waste a second. Michael Allah, come on. Let's get it. Rev them up. Let's go pick them up. That's why this year was known as the hastening of the coming of Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the deliverer, the Savior. Now as we enter into 2022, whatever the Lord puts the spirit on Elder Apostle Harder this year, I'm sure it'll be something very prophetic, But we know it's gonna have to do with something with the end, because we at the end, Go ahead.
And it says, and the eyeless shall wait for his law. Thus saith the Lord of power, he that created the heavens and stretcheth them out, he that spread forth the earth, and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath unto the people upon it, and the spirit of them that walk therein. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will uphold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles, to open the successes, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house.
That's our people, right? Bring them out of the prison. You know, open their eyes to the truth. You know, we in great times, man. Scripture say many kings have desired to see this day. Prophets have desired to see this day. John the Revelator desired to see. Hey, he wrote about it. He prophesied about it. Ezra's prophesied about it. The times that we are in right now. So it's a beautiful time. It's scary too, but that's the balance. You know, a false balance is an abomination. So you're gonna have the fearful part of it and the beautiful part of it. You know, just balance it out. You know what the end is. You know, we went through the judgment, so we know that the kingdom is real. Because if we went through this type of slavery, the kingdom gotta be real.
We ain't got nothing else.
We ain't got nothing else. What else do we have to lose? You know, we putting all our chips on this.
That's right.
You know, because if it wasn't the truth, which it is the truth, then we'll just go crazy and start killing everybody. But it is the truth, so we ain't gonna have to do that. You know. Well, I got something else. No, I think come on with it now. Okay, we can go ahead and wrap it up. So yeah, man, we hope this was edifying camp. We want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Come on, it's our elder teachers at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Shalom, Yashala.
Shalom, Yashala.
Waffle up a ball.
Waffle up a ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.